Lake Como has been a popular retreat for wealthy people since Roman times, and many celebrities and A-listers own or have owned villas along its shores. So, will we run into George Clooney? Welcome to another crazy ride, and in this video we're taking you on ride 1 of our Italian lakes tour. Menaggio is the central point of this tour and situated at the Lake Como. And Lake Como is the second largest lake in Italy after Lake Garda. It's 50 kilometers long and 4.5 kilometers at its widest point, but it has 2 branches in the south part, and therefore circling the whole lake is already a 1 day's ride. Do take in mind that it can get very busy, especially in summer. So take that in mind if you want to do this ride, because you can download the GPX file via your free account on our website, the digital tour guide. Oh, and the ride is to 10 kilometers, 130 miles. Let's go crazy! So we've already done the northern part of Lake Como and got some really pretty views on the lake itself and the hills and mountains that arise straight from the lake. And yes, we had to do some tunnels too, but you can't avoid them here. But we think so far it wasn't too bad. And we just crossed the river Adda, which fills up the lake, and now we're in Colico. And we're going to see if we can get a real Italian cappuccino, because we found this bar that should be open every day. Oh, and we're on Google Maps. Crazy ride! I should show a t-shirt! For all the bikers, go to our website! Okay, so we should check this out. The street view of Colico! Bye! With only some bike parking. The moto. Wow, that was a really nice ride. Especially that last part was real mountainous ride with an official mountain pass. But we're back at the lake and we've added a stop in Varenna because we are sure that you will find a spot for lunch here at the harbor where we added the parking, or if you take Passerelle here in the village. And if you'd like to spend more time here in Varenna, you could cut the ride short and then take the ferry back, right back to Menaggio. But we still have some beautiful riding and 2 more stops after our lunch here in Varenna.
Sì.
Ecco qua e grazie.
I did read that Varenna was the sleepy village at Lago di Como, but I don't agree. We don't agree. That was quite busy, but we had a nice lunch and some nice riding too. Woo-hoo. We are almost in Bellagio, which is often referred to as the most beautiful town at Lago di Como, and therefore also called the Pearl. And once we get there, we have added a bike parking if you would like to spend some time there, because apparently Bellagio is like a maze of streets with small streets with shops and restaurants, but also pretty villas and gardens. But we're gonna see if we might either have a quick drink or, we're in Italy, a gelato. Sorry? Scusa?
Parking?
Parking sì? No,
Private
poco
parking,
parking.
so you wanna
Okay.
go out.
Grazie.
George Clooney?
Well, we have a change of plans as Bellagio is very busy and we think there is a thunderstorm coming. We thought it might be wise to see how far we can get before that one hits. And well, see if we can get an ice cream in our next stop, Como, or at the end of our ride in Menaggio. So fingers crossed. This is Como, the pleasant provincial town situated at the south point of the western leg of the lake. And you can wander around the maze of cobbled streets dating back to Roman times and enjoy the views of the lake here from the promenade. And the beauty of Italy is that you can almost all the time find a bike parking close to where you want to get to. So we've added this one in the GPX file. And on the piazza near the port you can find the Duomo di Como with a fine mix of Gothic and Renaissance styles and the Baroque dome. So this is the end of our ride as we are back in Menaggio. And if you would like our tips on what to do in Menaggio, we have a separate video and that will be in the middle of your screen. And then we hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe and hit that bell as well. So we will see you on our next crazy ride.